Okay, as you were reading or thinking about things that you have read in English, what are good things that make you want to keep reading a story? Don't tell me mystery, because not everyone likes mystery. So what are things that the author does as they write that make a good story? Madden?
They make it not confusing so that you can follow what's going on.
Okay, so it's clear. We're making like little lines here so we can check off the boxes later. Okay, Luis?
Like they have this background story.
Okay, so there's background information. Haley?
Maybe like suspense, but I feel like that's kind of like mystery.
Yeah, that's not everyone likes that, and there are good books out there, good stories that don't have that. So what can all of the stories have? Sophie?
It maybe just makes them plot twists that like keep you watching.
Okay, so there's like action and the story keeps moving. Aka?
Cliffhangers.
Well, not everyone likes cliffhangers. So that's one way you could end the story, but somehow you have to have some kind of an ending to it, right? So whether you have a happily ever after, or you have a cliffhanger, or you have a to be continued, kind of like a cliffhanger. Somehow you have an ending to your story. Gio?
Like tensions building up.
Okay, so like a rising action. So it's leading up to the problem or the climax of the story. Marilyn?
Like they give good details about the characters.
Yes, strong description. And that's not even just of characters, right? That could be of places or of where they're going, what they're eating. Instead of, oh, they ate a burger. They ate a juicy, cheesy, delicious burger. Sorry. Isaac?
Separated by chapters.
Okay, but what if it's not a chapter book? Because there's good stories that are short stories, too. But what if it's not, what if it's only one page? A story that's one page. How can that still be a good story? Aiden?
Using dialogue.
Aha! Dialogue. And what is dialogue? Aiden, do you want to explain what that is? Because there were some questions yesterday in 6A about that.
When two characters are speaking
Yeah.
to each other.
When two characters are speaking to each other. Isaac?
Divided by chapters and paragraphs.
Okay, so using paragraphs. Because even chapters are written in paragraphs, right? Aka?
Maybe the story being dramatic.
Okay, so there's like a climax, an exciting moment, like some kind of a problem or issue. What about, there's a couple, I feel like we got most of the things that I had in my mind. Dialogue, paragraph, description, action, clear. Salud.
Classic, una, dos, tres.
Salud. Gio?
Like there's conflict.
Okay, so well that could be part of the climax too. There's conflict, a problem. Usually that's all kind of wrapped up together. Any other ideas of what makes a good story? Asia? Ah. What makes an interesting beginning? That is the one thing we're forgetting. Anyone want to help her? What do you think makes a good beginning or an interesting start that will hook you as a reader? Gio?
Flashback.
Okay, so flashback. What other things? Marilyn?
Like that starts in like the middle of the action and then you have to keep reading to find out like what happened before.
Okay. So it could lead with action. Something's happening. Aiden?
Never mind. Then it goes with no action.
Okay. Any other ways that are good starts to a story? Asia?
You know how some books and some movies like start before anything happens, and then
What do you mean?
well it shows what how it looks, and then it goes back in time.
So kind of starts with like a just like, well, that like a flash, like where it starts like currently?
Yeah, and then it goes back.
Okay, so starts in present, and then it tells the backstory. Okay. Let me see if I can. There's one thing I'm thinking of, and I want to see if I can find an example of it instead of just telling you what it is. Let's see if I can find it. Whoa. Did not mean to throw the book. No. No. Come on, one of these guys start with it. Nathan?
Maybe starting with a dream?
Ooh. That could be good, but that's not what I'm looking for. Isaac?
A glossary?
Starting with a glossary?
Well, that could be it.
Here we go.
Table of contents.
I found an example. Not starting with a table. That doesn't make a good story. And not all stories have tables of contents.
That is true. Only chapter books really have them.
What is this story starting with? That's the very first thing in the story. No. That's not the point. It's not an introduction. Brandon! Llamo la madre de Brandon. Marilyn?
Someone's
Yes. Oftentimes good stories lead with action, talking, or thinking. Because it gets you into the characters' heads and other things like that. Alright, we have a really good idea there of how to write good stories. Here's what we're going to do. Don't whine at me. Because there's a reason for it, I promise. I don't do things for no reason. Underneath your list, you are going to copy down a short story that I'm going to write on the screen here. Okay? It's going to be in Spanish, and all you're doing is copying it for now. And then we're going to do something with it after we're finished writing it down. Okay? Yes, Asia? No, not your different color yet. Your boring color for now. Sorry. Questions? So what are you doing while I write the story? Writing it down with me, okay? We'll come up with a title at the end, okay? So leave a little space for a titulo there. I'm going to leave myself a little space because I don't know what we're going to call it yet. I'm going to skip a line just because it's messy. You don't have to skip lines if you don't want to, or you can if you really feel like it. Donde está mi gato? Piensa Stella. Stella está en su casa. La casa es normal, pero tiene un jardín grande. Ella pregunta, ¿el gato está en el jardín? Salud.
Conte, 1, 2, 3.
Salud. Un aplauso para Nathan. He's extra loud and on it today. Good work, Nathan. Stella es una muchacha y tiene 10 años. Le gusta su gato mucho. Está nerviosa porque no sabe dónde está el gato.
Can you go up a bit?
We're gonna need to write faster than that if we're not done with the first paragraph yet.
Okay.
Quick and speedy writing, as long as you can read it. Mama. ¿Sabes dónde está Stefanso? Mi gato? Le grita Stella. Ve al jardín. A Stefanzo le gusta jugar en el jardín. Le responde. Haley, can I move it up?
Yeah.
Stella corre al jardín. Mira las flores. Muchas flores azules. Stefanzo está ahí comiendo insectos. Anyone have any title ideas for us? You're done. You're still writing, keep writing. You were finished. En español. Isaac?
That's gonna be English.
No.
No.
En español. Marilyn? ¿Dónde está Stefanzo? I agree. That's a good title. I'll put it up there when you guys finish writing. Gavin? See? That's 30 seconds to finish writing. You have to find a happy medium between writing fast and writing so that you can read it. The rest of you, if you're done, I would like you to get out at least 3 different colors, or you can put different kind of boxes, underlines, or circles around things. If you'd like to borrow some markers from me, you can. Just so you can, yep. But you're working on writing. You're not worrying about the colors yet. So if you have 3 different colors, any colors, or you can use 1 different color or 1 different writing utensil and just make like boxes around one thing, circles around another, and underlines around the other. The colors are going to be easier.
I'm not sure I don't know
Yes, no, that's on there on purpose. Yes. There's a ya, and then she. All right, I'm going to put a title up here real quick. I'll move it back down. Donde está Stefano? Here's your title. Donde está Stefano? All right, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to look for certain examples of what makes a good story in this story, and we are going to mark them with different colors. Aiden?
May I consider a couple of examples?
What did I say before? What did I say?
Yes.
What did I say before? Anyone hear me about if you want to use or need to use Marilyn?
The markers.
If you need to use my markers, go for it. You don't need permission to get them if I already say you can use them. Okay, the first thing you are going to be on the hunt for. 3 different colors. Donde está Stefano? First thing you're on the hunt for, and you're going to look for it on your own first. So pick 1 color, whichever color you want to do first. You're on the hunt for description. So what I want you to do is I want you to read through the story, and I want you to either highlight or underline or somehow mark with one of your colors any description of characters or places in the story. Any description.
With just 1 color?
Yep, just 1 color for all the description. So any piece of description, you should mark with the same color or the same underline if you're only using 1 color. There's at least 4 or 5 different sentences with description, at least. Aiden?
Which one's Stefano, Esta, Oliendo, and Pasosi? In the last paragraph.
Omer? So what does the sentence mean? Stefano is?
They're eating insects.
Okay. Examples of description. What did you mark? What did you underline? Nathan? Starting at the top and working our way down.
My first one was La casa es normal, pero tiene una jardín grande.
Yep. What is a jardín? Gavin?
Garden.
A garden or yard. What else? Description. Asia?
Stella es una muchacha y 10 años.
Yep, so Stella's a girl, she's 10 years old. Gio?
Me gusta su gato mucho.
She likes her cat a lot, so talking about likes, that's description. Aiden?
Esta es nervioso porque no se va sabe dónde.
Well, just this part is the description. She's nervous.
Okay.
And porque means because, so here's the reason why. What is this reason? What is her reason why she's nervous? Gavin?
Because her cat is missing.
Yeah, she doesn't know, sabe means no. She doesn't know where her cat is. Any other description? Isaac?
Mira los flores azules.
Las flores azules, the blue flowers. That's describing the flowers. Asia? A Stefanzo le gusta jugar en el jardín. It's describing the likes of the cat. The cat likes to play in the garden. All right, there's description. Now I want you to pick a new color or make a new mark. So if you underlined, maybe now you can circle words or circle things. I want you to circle any dialogue or thinking, or pick a new color to mark it with. Any dialogue or thinking. All right, give me some dialogue or thinking. Haley.
¿Dónde está mi gato?
¿Dónde está mi gato? Piensa Stella. Is this talking or thinking?
Thinking.
Thinking. Is she thinking this out loud?
No.
No. Okay, so this is her thinking this in her head. Her inner thinking. Where's my cat? Nathan?
El gato está en el jardín.
Mm-hmm. Ella pregunta, that means she asks. The cat is in the garden? She's like asking this out loud. Could that be? So she's asking this. Because ella means she, pregunta means ask. Other dialogue. Luis?
Mamá, ¿sabes dónde está Stefanzo?
Mm-hmm. Is this happening in her head or out loud?
Oh, well.
Grita means she's,
Yell.
yeah, she's yelling this one. Mom, you know where Stefanzo is, my cat? Any more dialogue or thinking? Brooklyn?
Jardín.
Yes.
Stefanzo gusta jugar en el jardín donde.
And is this happening out loud or in her head?
Out loud.
Out loud. Her mom is responding to her. Okay, awesome. The last thing you're looking for is any action. So focusing on kind of verbs that move the story forward. So switching to your last color. So anything that moves the story forward or makes things happen in the story. Why isn't she just sitting there thinking to herself this whole time? Because there's things that make the story move forward. kinds of words or phrases are you finding here that's action and moving the story forward? Why aren't we just saying this whole section up here, pretty much the first 2 paragraphs, this is basically all background information, right? It's introducing the problem, it's telling us about the girl, what she thinks, their house. So that's kind of all happening in the same spot. But then the story starts moving, things start happening. So what are the parts of the action that drives it forward? Isaac?
The first one is dancing.
Okay, well, this in the beginning, this is a verb, so she's thinking. Yep. So that's happening up in the background information. She's thinking. Gio?
Ella pregunta.
She's asking. So she's thinking, she's asking. Asia? Yes, she's yelling to her mom. That's moving the story forward because she's bringing another character into the story. Aiden? Her mom's responding to her. That keeps the story moving because if she would just shout but no one responds, the story wouldn't go anywhere. That would be awkward. Marilyn? Yeah, she's running into the garden. Isaac? The cat is eating. There's one more verb we missed. Nathan? Yes. So Stella runs to the garden. She looks at the blue flowers, and that's where she sees him eating insects. Okay, now, we got to mark off our list. Look at all those beautiful things that we kept track of. A lot of awesomeness. What things did we include here that made a decent story, given that I only had about 5 minutes to write this? Nathan?
Background.
Okay, so we had a lot of background information there. Charity?
Dialogue.
Yes, there was dialogue. Akam? We had some action. Probably could have had more if I had more time. Maybe the cat could have jumped at her and bit her and she could have screamed and ran away or something. I don't know. Madden?
Paragraphs.
Yes, we split it into paragraphs. It wasn't just one long thing. Asia? I did have an ending. She found her cat. Aw, happy ending. Sophie?
It's clear.
It is pretty clear. It was kind of simple. It wasn't too complex, especially because I only had a couple paragraphs to tell a story. David?
Talking and thinking.
Yes. Okay, so the beginning, what did I start with? Which ones of these did I start with? Gavin? I did start with thinking. So she's thinking to herself about something. Aiden?
You started with a flashback? Or, no, middle of action.
I kind of started in the middle of the action, yeah. We started with thinking too. Was there a problem? Yes, the cat was missing. It wasn't super exciting, as in where's the cat? She runs here, she can't find it. She runs there, can't find it. But there was a problem. She was looking for the cat. Asia? Yeah, there was a lot of description in there. Did I have a ton of time to build in rising action?
No.
Not really. If I were writing a longer story, I would. Okay? We are starting a unit on narration, which means a unit on telling stories. Okay? So these are the things that I want you all to keep in mind as we are creating stories together and as you start writing stories on your own. So having this checklist and having an example in your notebook is something that's going to be very useful to you. Okay? Brooklyn, you can turn off the camera. Gracias.